What's up YouTube? Back for another video. Fun day today. So if you're seeing this, the job's already done. I either broke 6 hours in 100K or it flopped miserably. So I'm doing an Adidas event. Right now it is Tuesday, August 12th. On the night of the 24th, going to the 25th, I'll be doing 100K world record attempt, sub 6 attempt with Adidas. So think of all the record breaking attempts we've seen lately in road running. Exact same, like very, very similar, I guess. Time break, 6 hours, no one's ever done it at 100K distance. Current world record, 6:05:35, Alexander Sorokin, who will be there with me. This will be super exciting. Gone through a lot of iterations, had 3 trips to Germany to Adidas headquarters, testing different shoes, prototypes, rods, foams, you name it, with their entire innovation team. So basically we're down to, we think, 1 pair of shoes to finalize it in the last few days here, but right now we're working with, think of the classic like Evo super shoe. This is a different compound of foam, a little different, a little lighter, different rod stiffness, customized literally 1 of 1 for me. So look at that, super stiff, a lot of snap, and then this is kind of a similar shoe, same foam, just different rod stiffness. So we're gonna kind of put the numbers to the test. We have kind of baseline numbers from my trips to Germany, but we're gonna basically confirm, hopefully confirm, that these are the shoe for me. They feel better, the stiffer rods make it more stable. Then we'll kind of compare the numbers, look at the Stryd data, kind of how my leg spring stiffness has affected my durability throughout the course of obviously this test. Kale and the team also look at kind of my data throughout the last 8 weeks of my build, how I've progressed. But this is kind of the day for the shoes. So put them to the test, put them through some official rounds. I'm gonna probably have KO talk here, just so I don't mess up the exact protocol. Then we'll do a little sesh after on the road. So KO was kind enough to mark out a K on the roads here in kind of East Boulder, and we'll go from there. So let's get after it. For all you fueling nerds, 500 milligrams, it's cadence, orange, and then more than 160. Good to practice fueling. Got to fuel a lot. Got to push 100, and the goal will be, I don't know, 140, 150 grams of carbs an hour in Italy. So got to use pounding this stuff, but the hack, Joe, watch the electrolytes.
What's up guys, my name is Kyle Cruz. I'm the Human Performance Specialist here at Stryd. This is the Stryd Performance Lab that we're in right now. Charlie's been here many times before, so he's well acquainted. But basically today we're doing some shoe testing for Charlie. But basically what we're doing is we're deciphering if there's a difference between one version of the shoe and another version of the shoe, and basically the difference is the rods are stiffer in one shoe. We did like 6x2K, or basically like 6 by 6 minutes. Switching between shoes, and basically from that we're looking at whether he's using more oxygen one than the other. And then after that we did some K reps outside.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, 6.5 miles of treadmill, 4x K here, uphill this way, downhill, so plus got these shoes, but still ran 255, 250, 251, 245, so it's not bad.
Basically, we found that the Adidas shoes with the stiffer rods in them are saving Charlie about an average of 4% on average. So obviously that's a big improvement. I mean, even Charlie from his like subjective feelings just feel like the rods give him a little bit more control, a little bit more stability, which is especially huge when you're basically running in a circle the whole time. So I mean, it lines up with what he was thinking. I still need to look in the data to look at specifically mechanically how he's impacted. And obviously, like, Stryd gives great insight to that, and specifically how he looks on the road, on the pavement. When I crunch the numbers later, I'm also going to be looking at basically the balance metrics and kind of how Charlie is subjectively feeling like the stiffer rods are giving him more stability and more control. That'll probably be reflected in the balance metrics that we're seeing. So is he getting the same spring from both sides? Is he hitting harder on one side when he's cornering? Is he spending more time on the ground on one foot than the other? These are all things that make a huge difference. Like even a 1% difference in ground contact time, or the amount of time you're spending on the ground between two legs, is 4% efficiency. So like I said, little things like this can go a long way, and 4% in the span of 6 hours is minutes. So that's something that Charlie's concerned about, so we're concerned about it, and obviously Adidas wants it to go well. So Stryd is basically like a pod that you wear on your shoe. It gives you access to power data. So if you're familiar with cycling at all, it's basically just making sure that you're running at the effort that you're supposed to be, rather than feeling like you need to run 7-minute pace for all your easy runs, despite if it's super windy out or you're going up a hill. That's not necessarily stimulating the right energy zone, where Stryd can kind of keep you in the right zone for that. And then there's also the mechanical injury side of it, which Charlie's explored a lot with the leg spring stiffness, and even with his Achilles tear, making sure that we're monitoring the injury so that he's coming back successfully and not too quick and not too slow. So Stryd can kind of cover a lot of different bases for you. And then obviously with shoe testing as well, just making sure you're wearing the best pair for you. So there's lots of different things that Stryd can do, and it's really just finding your niche of what you want to use it for.
There it was. Good day. Great day. Kind of confirmed what I thought. I mean, typically, if you feel the best in a shoe, it's going to be most efficient. And that's what the Stryd team and the Adidas team, like Julian, Mel, Sasha, all those guys at Stryd, Christian even thought, it'd be more beneficial, stiffer rods, more flick, more pop. And those guys just confirmed it. And then a great session after. So 4x1K, nothing crazy. Well, splits were pretty sexy, not going to lie. But a lot of rest, so that helped. And obviously with super shoes like that, you can run pretty quick. But yeah, 255, 250, 251, 245. Then a mile to flush, 505. So all of that, 6 by basically a mile at 100K world record pace on treadmill prior. When we cool down, got 17 in the morning. We'll shake out later. That's a day. So we'll have everything spliced together. Thank you to Kenny for coming. Great having him behind the lens. And catch you in the next one. Again, hopefully we get the job done in T-minus 12 days. So see you soon.